Hi, welcome back to the DRC Podcast. In today's show, we're going to speak to Vanita and John from the AIG team as part of the Project Spotlight. They're going to tell us all about their service and what they can offer. Under the Staff Spotlight, we're also going to be speaking to Emma Costanza, who is the manager for the Health and Wellbeing team. And finally, we're going to give you some tips and ideas with regards to COVID-19. So stay tuned. You're listening to the DRC Podcast, where advice, support and guidance is our passion. Hi, and today we're joined with John Bullard and Vanita Lane from the Information, Advice and Guidance team. Do you both want to give a little bit of background information about yourself before we start the interview?
My name's John Bullard. I've worked for the Disability Resource Centre for nearly 20 years now, and I've been, the majority of that time has been in the Information, Advice and Guidance department, and I also look after the IT at the Disability Resource Centre.
Brilliant. And Vanita, yourself?
Hello, I'm Vanita. I work in the IAG team, and I also support with Forward Carers contract. I've been with Disability Resource Centre for nearly 5 years now.
Brilliant. Okay, well, again, welcome both. We'll jump straight into the questions. I've got 5 questions to ask. I'm going to start off the first one to ask John. So, John, can you tell us about the different services you offer?
We provide a confidential information, advice and guidance service from our office based in Kitts Green. And part of that advice and guidance can be around quite a few subjects, including debt management, welfare entitlements and changes to the benefit system, accessing charitable grants, fuel poverty, access to statutory services, transport, accessing leisure activities, housing and getting personal equipment such as specialist aids. We work closely with other statutory organisations across the West Midlands and are able to refer and signpost accordingly to ensure client needs are met.
Excellent. Okay, question number 2, that's for Vanita. Can you tell us what's changed since COVID-19 and particularly the lockdown everybody's under at the moment?
Right, a lot has changed since COVID-19. The majority of staff are having to work from home. We're continuing to provide all the services we did when we were at Disability Resource Centre. So we continue to provide services in regards to people's benefits, in regards to making referrals to other organisations. We make sure that we take on board what concerns people have and difficulties. We're supporting with food parcels and making sure that within the Carers Project, I continue to do the carers assessments over the telephone. I receive a lot of referrals over the telephone, by text, over email as well. So working from home is very different, but in terms of we're not able to see people on a face-to-face basis, but it hasn't stopped us being able to carry out a service and meet the needs of all service users and carers.
Right. Brilliant, and that segues nicely into the next question for John. What services are currently being offered, John?
Okay, all the services are still being offered at present, but these would have to be over the phone information, advice and guidance. Before the COVID-19, we are one of the few organisations that do provide home visits, but due to the current lockdown restrictions, we cannot do these at present. So it's all the services that we offer over the phone at present.
Brilliant, amazing. And Vanita, what's the current eligibility criteria?
The criteria is anybody who has a physical health condition, mental health, could be a sight impairment, it could be a long-term health condition, it could be a newly acquired disability or health condition as well. We also support all carers and the people that they care for through the Forward Carers project. So we try and support as many people in the community as possible.
Brilliant. Okay. The final question for you. How do people refer into the service?
To refer, like, you can self-refer. Just give us a phone call. You can email us at drc@disability.co.uk, or you could speak to social workers, and they sometimes refer into us.
Brilliant. Excellent. Okay. Well, all it leaves me to say is thanks both for joining us on today's podcast. It's great to get an insight on all the different services that people offer. So, thank you, and keep up the great work. Cheers, both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thanks, John and Vanita. That was really interesting to find out what services you offer. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of our service users can benefit from the services you provide. So, obviously, anybody watching who's interested in any of them services or requiring them services, please make contact with us as soon as you can. And finally, now we're going to speak to Emma Costanza. I ask Emma a series of questions, 10 quick-fire questions, in fact, and also get a little bit of information about her background. So, stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome to the Staff Spotlight segment of the show. And today I'm pleased to announce that we've been joined with Emma Costanza. How are you doing, Emma?
Good, thanks. You?
Yeah, good, thanks, good. As you know, in this segment of the show, we ask a little bit of information about yourself, a little bit of background history, things like that. And then we finish with 10 quick-fire questions. So before we go into the questions, I'd just like to ask you, give us a little bit of information about yourself, how your career started, etc., and your role at DRC.
Yeah, my name's Emma Costanza and I am the Health and Wellbeing Manager at DRC. I've been with DRC for 12 months now, just back in May, and it's been a brilliant year, to be honest with you. I moved to the West Midlands, as you can hear from my accent, about 15 years ago now. So my background is psychology, so my degree's in psychology. So I've always had an interest, obviously, in mental health and wellbeing. And eventually I started DRC on my many travels. So my team have lots and lots of different projects that come under the health and wellbeing team. We, for example, have a Fit for Life programme, and that includes lots of sessions and activities to help improve your mental health and wellbeing, as well as trying to get a little bit active and fit along the way. We also run a Safe and Sound programme, and that is to help people be a bit more safer in the community and safer in their homes. It looks at health and wellbeing in general. We also provide information, advice and guidance and energy advice. So we do help people with benefit queries and applications, etc. And we also offer a bit more of a specialist project for carers too. And on top of all that, we also host an art group every Friday. We have a walking group that meet and go have a cup of tea and a cup of coffee and go off for a walk. And we also have a coffee morning where people come together and just have a chat. And on top of this, we also have more specialist services for through IAPT. We provide counselling services, and that runs once a week as well out of DRC. So yeah, we have quite a wide range of projects really, and an excellent team really to provide all those services. So yeah, everything's been good for the past 12 months.
And also, before DRC, what was your speciality in, or have you got any hobbies or things that you do?
So before I came to DRC, I've always worked for a charity. So my background is I work for a mental health charity, and I've also worked for a local citizens advice bureau as well. So my passion has always been charity work, and obviously helping for people, giving people that kind of platform to have a voice and to share their experiences and get the best advice and guidance that they need to help them live fulfilled lives, really. On a personal level, let's say, well, for 3 days now, I bought myself a bike in lockdown. I'm one of those people that's decided to, do something active. So I've bought myself a bike, and I'm looking to get out and about on my bike. I've had a few near misses on my bike recently. Trying to get active, practice what I preach, so to speak. So yeah, it's been good. I do try to keep active, and I do like to get out on the bikes and be adventurous, and just enjoy the weather as best we can at the moment. So yeah, I'm that's me in a nutshell, really.
Interesting. Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to go on to the quick fire questions. I've got 10 in total. So the idea behind these is to answer them as quickly as you can, but obviously we don't want to miss out any key information, so give us as much detail as you can, as fast as you can, if that makes sense. So we'll start off with the first one. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, which meal would it be?
It'd have to be probably pasta. I love pasta.
Pasta, yeah, good choice, good choice. Who is your favourite author?
Harper Lee.
Harper Lee, right, okay, brilliant. Have you ever had a nickname, and if so, what was it?
Yeah, my nickname at school was Middo.
Middo?
Yeah.
Okay. Want to elaborate on that, or?
It was my maiden name. So I used to get...
okay. Oh, right, got you. Okay. Would you rather win the lottery or work at the perfect job? And if so, why?
Ooh, that's really difficult. Obviously, work at the perfect job.
Yeah, right.
Or if I won the lottery, I'd live very happy and donate lots of money to my favourite charity.
Who would you want to be stranded on a desert island with? If there was only one person you could be on a desert island with, who would it be?
Tina Turner, because I think she'd be a lot of fun. Yeah.
That'd be lively. Okay. What are your hobbies?
Well, I'm going to have to say biking now, aren't I?
Got any other hobbies or anything else you do?
Any other hobbies? No, I just like being out and about. Obviously, spending time with the kids. We do like to try and be as adventurous as we can. So yeah, just outdoorsy stuff, really.
Brilliant. Okay. If you could go back in time, what year would you want to travel back to?
If I could go back in time, I would say probably 2002 to 2003. This was my final year at university.
Okay.
Yeah. Lots of fun, lots of hard work. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Made some really, really good friends.
Brilliant. Okay. Aside from necessities, what one thing could you not do without?
Cuddles from my children.
Bless. Good answer. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully very happy, content, and surrounded by people I love and doing a job that I enjoy. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Brilliant. Last question. If you were a superhero, what powers would you want to possess?
Oh, probably the power to make everybody happy. So you can, I think there's lots going on at the moment and I'd like to share a little bit of kindness. So yeah, probably a magic power that everybody could be happy.
Yeah, we need some of that. We need some of that at the moment with all this coronavirus and all that. So yeah, anything you want to say before we finish?
No, that's everything. Thanks for having me. And yeah, I look forward to seeing myself back.
Yeah.
See what my answers were, and obviously having a look at the interview. But no, it's been great being able to do this. The other teams have been able to be interviewed, and it's great to get DRC's kind of brand out there, really, so people can understand what we do, see the people, meet the people, because there's lots and lots of support at the moment that we can offer people. I know we're all facing challenging times and people feel isolated, but I would just encourage people, to get in contact with us. We are still operating, although it is slightly different. We're all working from home, but we can provide lots of support for people. So yeah, I would really encourage people to get in contact with us and see what we can do to help people, especially with, the situation where benefits are changing and people might have queries and different things like that. Due to, if people are feeling a little bit isolated, pick up the phone and, we do offer a befriending service as well. So, yeah, lots of people out there that may need our services, just pick up the phone. We're a friendly bunch.
Brilliant. Yeah, we are. Okay, Emma, thanks for that. Thanks for joining us. And we'll speak to you soon. Take care. Thank you.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.